Åh, det er fordi den vender forkert. Sådan.
Så skal jeg lige ind
Så
i
kommer du
billedet
bare over
også.
mig. Brækningsvis.
Ja. Grinding coffee.
Grinding coffee.
Number
5.
5.
5. 5.
Sank. Sank.
Sank. 5. 5. 5.
And this up here is our son's space, and this is our mattress.
Yeah, and it gets stored up there to his annoyance every time. Because we're in a tiny RV with not much space. But tomorrow we will be in a different place.
Yeah, we're going on our first house and pet sit.
Yeah.
And
So
we're really excited for that.
Yeah, it's going to be nice to help some people and have roof over our head and fireplace. And,
So the thing is, a lot of people need someone to take care of their pets and their house while they're out traveling, while they're away.
Yeah.
And we found trustedhousesitters.com because it's a site that connect people, the homeowners and they call it the pet parents.
Pet parent, which is a very American thing, and nobody but Americans seem to like it. We know some Brits who are very long time house sitters through that site, and they really don't like the pet parent thing, and I don't either. So,
so they connect the homeowners and the people who wants to take care of other people's pets and their houses while they're gone, because it's a really nice way when you're out of traveling. It's a nice way to see the world.
Yeah.
You have a house.
And for a lot of pet owners, it's really expensive, and you don't know what you're getting. And if you're getting a caretaker for your animals, but through this site, people get vetted, and then after they've done like a sit, and then you can get a review by the person you sat for, and that will be on the site. So it'll take a little bit to get into it because you need to have a review or two, but then the pet owner has the feeling of safety that their animals and their place will be taken well care of by somebody who is known.
Yeah, and because maybe they don't want to put their pets in a kennel, and maybe they have like cows and sheep and can't do that.
Which the next one we're going after this, they have peafowls and peacocks, so those are difficult to get a kennel for, I think. Also, there are sheep and pot-bellied pigs and
a goat and some geese and some chickens.
So getting a caretaker for that, I mean, how do you do that? And I mean,
and that's for a pretty long time. That's for a month. We're going next.
And we're used to animals, so we're like, yay, we want to do this. This is going to be fun.
Yeah, it's going to be so much fun. Tomorrow we're going to meet the two pets we're going to take care of. It's a kitten that looks exactly like our cat, Carlos.
Yeah.
And a dog.
Yeah, so we're really looking forward to that. Yeah. I love dogs.
Yeah, getting up in the morning and go for a walk in the forest with a dog.
I like cats, but I love dogs. Yeah. Saxa loves cats. Well, he loved our dog as well.
Yeah.
So I'm really, really looking forward to that.
Yeah. I can really back this up because I love just when people are helping people.
Yeah.
And there's no money involved in this, so you need to pay a fee to become a member of this site, because then it's just not everybody who joins, because then you really want it, and when you pay the money.
Just gonna move a little bit, and I might shake it a little.
Yeah.
Because it's got these lovely.
Then you get the ID check, and we chose not the basic kind, but the standard, I think it's called. And then we get like hvad hedder det?
There's
And
insurance?
there's an insurance in it too, yeah. And we get like free calls to a vet if there's anything we need.
Cool.
Yeah, if we need anything, if there's anything we need to, we want to question if there's something wrong with one of the pets, we can use that lifeline and call
we could
the
use
pet.
that for colors as well.
Yeah, so I'm really excited. We're trying our best to get the affiliate. Hi, Louise. But we have moved out of the system, so it's creating a little bit problems for us right now.
Everything becomes more complicated when you don't want to be part of the system anymore. At least in this transition phase, like it's going to. Maybe if we can move it a little bit forward.
Yeah. Okay.
Hey. So
it's because we have to fill out some tax forms or just tell them where we pay our taxes.
And we don't pay taxes.
And we don't pay taxes because we're not citizens.
Well, we're still citizens.
Residents. Is it called resident?
Yeah, we don't have a residency anywhere. Yeah. We're still citizens as long as we haven't resigned our citizenship, meaning we still have our Danish passports. So as long as we have all those things, we're still
But
citizens.
This summer we talk to the tax lady.
Yeah.
Because it's complicated.
And it's screwed up.
Yes. So she said to us, because we are out traveling and like permanently, we don't pay taxes in Denmark anymore.
We also don't get any services in Denmark.
Yeah.
So we don't have a.
So that's causing a little bit of a problem when we're trying to do the affiliate with Trusted House Sitters. But maybe they can fix it, and if not, we'll just have to drop it and just tell everybody about it anyway, because it's totally awesome. It's a brand new world to us. We didn't know it existed, and it's a big world. And how awesome is it? You can travel the world and get a house for free, and then you have like a cute dog to cuddle with.
And
that's a win-win.
And you're helping somebody who's
really who really need us.
Yeah, like the next set we're doing after this first one. I mean, they're in Spain, and they have to go home because one thing is to spend Christmas, but
they have a family emergency.
A family emergency, so we can help them. Yeah. And they help us.
Otherwise, they couldn't go.
So everybody really wins with this. Yeah. It's really good.
Yeah. Yeah. So we're really excited to check this out and see how it goes.
Yeah.
So how was our week?
It's been a shitty week.
Oh, at first we celebrated our son's birthday.
Well, that was great.
In Ganat.
Some friends had given us a
very beautiful apartment
for 2 nights.
Yeah.
In a town.
Yeah.
Called Ganat.
And it was just so nice. There was an oven.
And there was really good
a washing
internet.
Machine and a really great internet. And beds and hot showers.
So we could Zoom with the whole family and friends of Saxe for the evening of his birthday, and that was just really great. And
he cooked for us.
We had managed to get a lot of really good presents for him that he really liked, and family members had sent some Nintendo Switch e-cards so he could buy the games he wanted online, and we had found a game for him and some t-shirts that so a lot of really good presents.
And a French cookbook.
Yes. It's not just any French cookbook. It's a Studio Ghibli recipe. So if you know Studio Ghibli, which is like My
How
Neighbor Totoro, Howl's
House
Moving
Moving
Castle,
Castle,
Chihiro.
Kiki's Delivery Service, Ponyo.
Yeah, a lot
Uh,
of really, really good animated
yeah,
movies.
and it's a
Beautiful.
beautiful cookbook,
Yeah.
and he can use like Google Lens and translate it.
And
It's fairly simple.
and he has a friend. One of his best friends
He's from Switzerland,
is
and
from his
yeah.
mother is from Switzerland, from the French-speaking part of Switzerland, and he's coming down right after Christmas.
Mhm.
So they will be cooking for us from that book because he can read in French. So that'll be interesting.
Yeah. And so we are unschooling our son, and it means that we do nothing except for giving him a French cookbook. So now,
And he's learning so much.
yeah, he's
Like
learning a lot.
he's telling us all this crazy stuff.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I didn't know that. That's
Yeah.
interesting.
No, that's not something you learn in school.
No.
Because you learn nothing in school.
Well, not exactly nothing, but there's a lot of stuff you don't learn.
Well, I don't know what I have learned in school.
No.
I
But some people have learned something.
I got some really good grades, and I can't remember anything from anything I have learned from that.
No. Well, I can remember some stuff. Like my memory's bad, but like I have learned stuff in school, but it's not stuff that I use in my life.
Apart from like spelling,
Spelling and math.
and
Basic
I don't
math.
know math.
No.
I'm
You
good at
don't know
spelling,
math.
but in math, no. That's the only thing I learned in school.
So anyway.
So anyway.
So that was one thing, the birthday, and then Katrine and I have had well, it's not just us apparently that have had like huge things up and running. So we have this thing that pops up from time to time. We're compatible, like really compatible everywhere else except this one place. And but this one place is kind of big.
Yeah, it plays into our biggest traumas.
Yes.
Right, our biggest issues.
And not just our issues, but also like especially for you, generational stuff, ancestral stuff.
Yeah.
So well, we can say it, can't we?
And it just it's
sex.
And I come from a long line of abused women, and yeah, so that's one of the reasons, I guess, why I really like fighting, like not with words, but with my hands. That's why I've been doing martial arts since I was 13. And I really like to
punch men.
Punch, yeah. And I have a thing with, because I'm an empath too, all my childhood and my youth, I have used that to act in a way that I knew people would like me to. So I was super likable all the time. And that meant that I had to, hvad hedder det, overskride?
Yeah, I was looking for that word. Like when you cross your own lines, like the delineations.
Don't respect my own boundaries.
Exactly, that was what I was,
Yeah. So I had to put myself last, and that has just made me subconsciously very angry for all those years. So I have like issue with angers and frustration, and yeah, so that's my liver and my gallbladder, and I can feel that when it comes to my diet and my physical appearance. You can tell it when you look at me. when you know what to look for.
Yeah.
So right before we left, and I told this last time too, I think, our homeopath, she gave me like a sugar pill for that should help me with setting boundaries, and then I did that.
Mm.
And the thing is with homeopathy, it's just not a one-time thing. It continues to work over a long period of time, apparently, because it's still working. So I have to like deal with this, setting boundaries and respect my own boundaries, and allow myself to get angry and get it out. So I had something that I've been really angry about with you for a long time, for 7 years and longer than that, and
Mm.
I had to tell you that,
Yeah.
and then you asked me for forgiveness, and it was easy to grant you that.
Yeah. But I also have boundary issues. So there's like it plays into both of our stuff. Like I have also, like, my boundaries have been violated, not sexually, but my boundaries have been violated all my childhood as well. So how that plays out is like, it's difficult for me to recognize where the boundaries are, and it causes a lot of, well, it's always been causing issues, because like, for instance, if I go to somebody's home, like, then I feel at home, and for many people, then they don't feel that that's okay. Like, even if they say feel at home, then what they really mean is like, they don't mean that.
Sit down
Mostly,
in a chair and just
yeah,
drink the
you're a guest and you drink
tea that I serve you, and yeah.
and leave now. And
Yeah.
I don't see those signs to like leave now, because I don't. I Well, it's probably more than boundary issues, but there's several different things in it. And then also, like, in for then the whole, it's like, with the sex, it's men and women are different. The two genders that there are different, and we function in different ways. And where that comes from is, well, there are many different theories we can go into, or not. Let's not. But anyway, men need sex. We need sex, to feel loved. And women, it like this is cutting it down to the very basic stuff. And women need love to feel intimacy, like to do that. So there's a mismatch. So if the chain comes off in any way, which it will if you're in a long-term relationship, uh, probably even a short-term relationship, but the chain will pop off, and then you have to figure out, like, how do we get the chain back on so we can meet each other and in a respectful way. And for me, it has been a really tough week, because I had to work with myself, but also because I didn't get met where I need to be met in a relationship. So that's been really, really tough. So, but we
Yeah.
found each other
Yeah.
again.
It's a lot. It has to do a lot with self-worth.
Worth.
Not worth,
Yeah.
not worth.
Yeah.
Self-worth.
Yeah, that too.
And confidence. And yeah, who am I when I don't get what I usually get?
Yeah.
When I don't get what I want right now, then who am I? Who am I when I put up my boundaries? When I say my needs aloud?
Yeah.
So it's about, we have been redefining ourselves and our relationship,
Yeah.
and it's been a big one because we have run into this issue
Many
A lot of times,
times.
and every time it's like doom and gloom.
Yeah, it's like now we're going to
Now,
split up.
now we need to split up right now because it doesn't work,
Yeah.
and because in every other way our relationship is really good. We just have this one thing. And maybe for other people it sounds weird because we hear that a lot of other people, they fight like regularly, and we
We
just
never
never do
fight.
that at all.
It's like it's been 2 or 3 times in all these.
Where I have been shouting.
Yeah, I never shouted at you.
No, you just get really shocked
Yeah.
when I get really angry
Yeah.
at you. So so we are just ready to leave because you can clearly see that this isn't working, and if it doesn't work, our relationship doesn't work, then we just have to like stop it.
Yeah.
And I make all the plans in my head, what to pack and who to bring and where to go, and then I just get really sad because
You can't afford it.
I can't afford it. The past 10 years I haven't worked because I was not able to, and my short-term memory is really bad, and I don't have energy to work for other people anymore. And all the finances is something that he takes care of because I couldn't.
And I don't do that very well.
I know.
So,
So
if at least I had made enough money that I could support her in leaving me, then.
that would be awesome. That would be easy.
But since we can't afford splitting up, then.
Then we need to be together.
Hey, Fatima.
Hey, Fatima.
You missed the good part.
No, she knows our story.
Well, she doesn't know that the story to that detail.
Oh, that's
Yeah. Oh well.
yeah.
Yeah.
But now we're good.
For now.
For now, until next time, gadgets. Next time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So another crazy week.
Another crazy week. But it seems like we're not the only ones that have these like not those exact same issues right now. So I bet a lot of people are having those exact same issues, but a lot of people are
For that
deep
trauma
trauma.
pattern,
Yeah.
ancestral thing that just you cannot hold that.
Yeah.
Hvad hedder det? En beach ball
under the
water anymore.
No.
You can't hold it, and it just pops out and just hits you in the face, and you get the nosebleed.
By the way, Fatima, I need you to send me your email.
And you couldn't wait?
No, because right now she's there.
Okay.
So she hasn't seen the message I sent in heartbeat. Okay.
Yeah. And we're going to do a live roundtable on Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
With 2 amazing people.
Yeah.
And we have thank you. We've been back and forth shooting. He will tell you afterwards, okay?
Yeah.
This is weird.
Yeah.
We've been back and forth.
This is just live.
We have been back and forth if we should do the roundtable like a normal ticket price, or we should do it affiliate, or we should do it free.
Maybe we should tell what it is first.
Or donations. A roundtable. It's a live roundtable. Is us interviewing or talking to 2 amazing people, and you get to ask questions during the live.
And the theme is.
And the theme is how to turn your life around.
Yeah. One is a former addict, and one is a former sex worker, and they're really amazing people. They're like crazy amazing. So.
Yeah. So how do you do that? Where do you start? What is it? What does it feel like to realize that you have an addiction, or your life has taken you down a path that you don't want to be on anymore? And so what do you do? Do you turn to God? Do you resent God? Do you move to another country? Do you just cover up everything in
plastic.
in plastic, in sugar, in
Mm.
some other addictions,
Yeah.
and just keep on going. What do you do? So it's gonna be really exciting.
Mm.
I really look forward to that.
Yeah.
So, but we agreed on doing the entry ticket to just $1,
Well,
because then we can do everything.
no,
No?
that's not how it's at least it's $1 or what you can pay or what you feel like paying. So it's not just $1. It's like what can you pay?
Okay, but minimum
Minimum is
of
$1
$1.
because if you say $1, it's just going to be $1. It's
Okay. Okay.
anyway. So the tickets are going to be $1 or more, depending on how much people want to pay, or can afford to pay. And
Yeah.
then I'm going to send them the link. It's going to be live streamed. We're going to do a Zoom with those people, and then it's going to be live streamed to YouTube. Hey, Debbie. And
whatever
and then there's
comes,
going
yeah.
to be the recording of the thing afterward is going to be put up on our site.
Yeah. And whatever comes in, we will split equally.
Yeah. So so Biba, who's one part of it, she lives in Portugal and homeschools her kids, and she's doing a lot of great things and affiliate marketing and stuff. And Pork Rind, the other one,
We interviewed him
we've interviewed
this
him.
summer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the interview is on YouTube. I definitely recommend you see it. He is so funny,
Yeah.
cool, and intelligent and
wise young
and
man.
he's only like 30. Maybe he's turned 31 in the meantime. Or was he 21? Doesn't matter. So, and he runs some projects in Africa. He teaches people pig farming. So his theme is pigs and Jesus. But he is the coolest, sweetest, nicest guy ever, and he's just got such a way with words and insights.
Yeah.
So
we hope
definitely,
you'll join us for that live roundtable, where you get to ask them questions if you have any, and I bet you'll have.
You can also ask us questions, but given that people don't do it here, let's see. You're very welcome to ask us any questions about what's going on right now, where we're going, how's life, what are we doing.
Just ask us anything.
Ask us anything.
I've tried that on Instagram many times, and there's just no questions.
Because you're not a celebrity.
Yeah, just there are one or two people. They ask us if we ever want to return to Denmark, or we're gonna just stay in, abroad, and maybe find a place to live. That's the only question we ever got.
Mm.
Same question twice.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
that's what's going on.
That's what's going on. That's our Travelogue number 5.
That's Travelogue number 5. Birthday.
Not Mambo number 5.
Crises.
Upcoming house sits.
Upcoming house sits. Dealing with deep trauma again.
And rainy weather.
And oh yeah, it's cold and wet here in France. It's been raining the last few days, and it's not been that nice. I don't like it. I don't like it when it rains.
Yeah. I
really don't like it. And wet and cold.
Yeah. So
that's basically it.
Van life for this week.
Yeah.
All right.
Any questions before we wave off?
As my old teacher always said, any questions? Any answers? I came to think of him this week. Jonathan Howe, one of my best stage fight teachers.
He's a special guy.
From the UK. He looks like a musketeer. I wonder if he's still alive. I think he is.
You would have known if he died because somebody would have told you.
No, I don't have any contact with any of those people anymore.
No, but they would have found you.
Yeah, maybe some kind of newsletter. Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah, because I used to be a stage fighter and do stunt work.
now she just fights.
Him.
Oh yeah, that was one thing. The whole realization with the municipality you had this morning. So
Yeah.
in the background, in Norse mythology, like Thor and Loki and
Oh yeah.
Odin and all these things. So there's a story where Thor and Loki and other people they're going to a place. It's where the giants live, Jetane. And they're going to visit Udgårdsloke, and they're invited to this feast where Thor is being challenged. Well, they're being challenged to these contests, and it's like stuff that on the surface it looks really easy. So one of the things is he's being in
Challenge to
a
to
drinking competition,
yeah.
and this big drinking horn is being brought in, and he's asked, like, he has three. So he has to first. They say he has to have empty it in one big gulp, and he takes the biggest gulp he can, and like it barely moves at all. And then they're like, "Oh, you're so weak. We'll give you another. You can have another two goes." And he just quaffs as much as he can, and it like nothing happens, and they make fun of him for being weak. Then there's also there's a cat that he has to lift, and Thor is the god of strength, and he has this strength belt. So first of all, they say, okay, we're going to show you how easy it is. So the Udgårdsloge, as he's called, it's like my grandmother will show you how easy it is, and the grandmother lifts the cat very easily and puts it down again, and then Thor has to go and do it, and he
He cannot.
pulls,
Yeah.
and he manages to get the cat to lift one leg, just one leg, and then he has to give up, and again they make fun of him. And then at the end, he has to, after the feast is over and everything, he has to promise not to come back. They have to promise not to come back, and then they do that, and then Thor is being told what actually happened, and the horn. There's a third competition as well. Let's not go into that. The horn was connected to the ocean, so he was trying to drink the whole ocean, and he actually managed to get it down somewhat. And the cat is actually the serpent of Midgard. So that's the serpent that encircles the whole of the world, and it is one of Loke, as you know, Loki, the god of mischiefs, children. But that encircles the whole ocean, and it bites its own tail, just like the Ouroboros. And he almost manages to lift the serpent out of the ocean. So he's in some sort of like trance where he cannot see what is actually going on. They put some sort of veil over the whole thing. Um, so the realization was that was sort of our battle against the municipality. Like
Yeah. We
it
went to.
looked like it was
Yeah.
possible.
Yeah. I went to so many meetings with the mayor and all the bosses there and the social workers for 10 years, and it because it looks so easy
Yeah, you just go up and ask, and then you
to
get the
ask for
help.
help, and it was
And
just
the
obvious that we
law
needed it.
says
Yeah.
that it's obvious that we needed the
Yeah.
help. The law says that
Yeah.
we had to get the help.
And they said, we really want to help you. You just need to do this little task. And I couldn't do it. And this morning I just realized I could never drink the ocean. I could never lift the
Serpent of
the
Midgard.
serpent of Midgard. I couldn't. So
Because it's an impossible
so
task.
that's why we just left. So we said, okay, we promise you we'll never come back. And then we left. So that's the same story.
Yeah. It's exactly the same story.
Oh well. All right, we need to go. It's been more than half an hour. And yeah. Good job for you watching this for so long.
Yeah.
All right, have a great week. See you
Have a
next
great
Tuesday.
week.
Or on Saturday. See you on Saturday for the
Yes.
live roundtable.
Mm.
We're going to give you the link. Bye.
Bye-bye.